East Texas, thanks for joining us for the CBS 19 Plus forecast, available on Amazon and Roku. Taking a look at a picture that was sent in to us by a CBS 19 employee. This is a rain gauge. You can see that water is topping out at more than 4 inches, actually closer to 5. If you can see the numbers on there, this was submitted by Marty Oden, who is the wife of somebody that works here. So Rainfall and Troop, that's how much they had up until about 1 o'clock, I believe that picture was taken. Then if we look at our estimated rainfall across the rest of East Texas, you see those areas of red. That's highlighting about 3 to 4 inches in some localized spots. Other areas in the blues and the purples, that's between about 2 to 3 inches in some locations. Other places just around an inch, inch and a half. And then some places really dry, didn't get much. So we do have the opportunity for more pop-ups as we enter into the second half of our Wednesday. And for the rest of the week, we start the process of drying out and starting to cool down a little bit too, getting less humidity here. All right, going into future skycasts, this evening. You can see those pop-ups that want to hold on mainly across deep East Texas. They can still pack a punch. Perhaps a little bit of thunder and lightning, but mainly some heavy rain, a couple downbursts that's possible within these cells. But again, very isolated and localized. Then as we move into our Wednesday night, things start to quiet down and clouds clear out. Could have a little bit of fog. We do have lighter winds overnight. Moving into Thursday now, tomorrow morning, we do have a few clouds we're waking up to, but those clouds will mix out. Perhaps a sprinkle or two in the morning, and then we will have a few hours of sunshine before we get another opportunity for a shower, mainly across deep East Texas. We're talking San Augustine, Lufkin, Groveton, and kind of southward of that. And that's for Thursday afternoon. Most of us will be dry, though. I do want to say that for Thursday. Then Friday looking great. This is around 4 a.m., so very early. Let's go a little bit further here into the forecast for relative humidity, because we will have a big change as far as humidity goes, where it's going to be tolerable. We won't say comfy yet. We are getting more comfortable air on the way as we kind of finish off this week. Another system will be moving through. But here we are Thursday at 4:26. So going into the late afternoon, evening hours, and we have anywhere from pleasant to tolerable. That's our little scale here at CBS 19. I think we'll like that, right? But then the humidity does start to creep up a bit as we enter into the overnight hours of Thursday and Friday. This is around 11:30 p.m. That's pretty typical. We have moisture that's basically left over from the day, late at night and early in the morning, hence dew. But then as we move into Friday, we're back to that tolerable stage of humidity. So that's great. All right, moving into tonight, kind of going backwards here, going into tonight's temperatures into Thursday morning. Again, we will be in the upper 60s, some cooler areas thanks to that rain from earlier. If not the upper 60s, the lower 70s. That's for our northern areas. Generally in our central areas, we will be in the lower 70s. And then for deep East Texas, we're also looking at those lower 70s. All right, the upper air pattern for the rest of this week, this is going to play into our next potential system for this weekend. And although it's not too strong, again, we do have the opportunity to see a little bit of rain, at least Saturday night into Sunday. So we have that front dropping in. We have a low pressure system. This is around Monday, but again, that front will sweep through over the weekend. And after that, we do have some drier air behind that, and that will drop our humidity down and give us a very comfortable feel. All right, going into the tropics now, we have Hurricane Danielle that's still out there. This is in the northern Atlantic, so we don't have to worry about Danielle at all. But we do like to talk about it because it has been a fairly quiet tropical season, and Danielle was our first named hurricane, our first hurricane of the Atlantic Basin for this year. So Danielle does hold some importance, even though she is not impacting the United States or the U.S. coast, I should say, and definitely not here in Texas or the Gulf Coast. But Danielle's going to kind of do a loop-de-loop there, and that's because it's going to be influenced by that jet, but it's a Category 1 hurricane. Again, we don't have to worry about it. Now we're going down a little bit further south into the Atlantic, and we're talking Earl. Hurricane Earl is, well, it was a tropical storm, and now it is a hurricane. It formed into a hurricane a few days ago. So Earl did strengthen in some of that warmer water, and it's going to continue to strengthen. If it gets to a Category 3 hurricane. It would be our first major hurricane of the 2022 season. So Danielle was our first named hurricane, but Earl could be our first major hurricane. Remember, a major hurricane is Category 3 or higher, and that's going to happen if Earl continues to strengthen. So again, Earl right now is in the central Atlantic basin, not making an impact to the east coast of the United States, nor the Gulf Coast. So that's some good news. All right, going into our 7-day forecast here, let's break down what we have over the next couple of days. We do have temperatures that are going to be in the upper 80s for Thursday. That's fantastic. We do like to feel that. Now, we do have the opportunity for a stray rinse or two. If you remember at the beginning of this, we went over that in future skycasts. So either tomorrow morning, a few sprinkles possible. We'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon. And then those peak heating hours around 3 to 5 p.m., we could have a few more pop-ups, especially for Deep East Texas. Then as we move into Friday, a little bit warmer here, but still comfortable for September. We have temperatures in the lower 90s, and again, pretty dry day here. Besides an isolated sprinkle maybe across Deep East Texas, we do have comfortable air. Saturday and Sunday. All right, Saturday and Sunday, I don't have the rain chances on here because right now they look fairly low, about 20% chance or less, and it's mainly for Saturday evening into Sunday morning, depending on when that front wants to arrive. The front is fairly weak, but if it does arrive and give us a few showers, just be aware that it would be for the second half of Saturday. Moving into Sunday, we will have a few early clouds. Temperatures for both those days will be in the lower 90s. Sunday, I think we will have enough sunshine for the second half of the afternoon that our temperatures will start to warm up a little bit. Then we have the influence of that front where we do get some cooler air on the other side of that front after it passes through, and that will give us temperatures in the upper 80s for Monday. Mostly sunny day. We will have a few afternoon clouds, pretty typical there once the moisture builds up a little bit, but great temperatures for September. And then moving into next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, again, can't beat this forecast. We do have 90 degrees for Tuesday, and then Wednesday 92. Now Wednesday, again, we do have a little system moving through. It looks like it arrives for the second half of the day. That could provide a few showers, but it looks like it wants to hold to Deep East Texas. So right now I'm kind of just keeping a partly cloudy sky there for Wednesday. Some areas, especially up to the north, could have sunnier conditions under the influence of high pressure at the surface. So that's your 7-day forecast brought to you by Baylor Scott & White. And again, we thank you for joining us on this CBS 19 Plus forecast, where we are available online anytime.